this.
Right.
They reopened the schools, and 2 years later, the Ontario Human Rights Commission actually changed their resolutions and adopted that children with special needs, specifically learning disabilities, and children with dyslexic have the same rights and responsibilities as everyone else. It's now in the Human Rights Charter that children with learning disabilities have to have the same tools, have to have the same opportunities as all other children.
Yeah.
So what I do now is I travel around Ontario and I give support to families who have children with special needs. I advocate for them. If they're having trouble in their high school, I get on the phone, I call that high school principal, and they know who I am, unfortunately. And they say, oh, Lesley Lehman? Okay, no, don't have her call me. We'll just let you do this.
Okay.
So the one thing that I've gained from this is, number one, my child is a phenomenal reader. He's excelling. He's in grade 11. He's going off to university in a couple of years. And that hundreds and hundreds of children are going to be fluent readers in the future, which is my biggest accomplishment yet.
Lesley, that's an amazing accomplishment. Kudos to you for helping so many thousands of families and still sticking with it as an advocate and helping. And your son is a great testament to so many other children and families out there that, with some grit and an amazing mom.
Yeah.
Because you also stayed up late at night. You were telling me the story where you helped him with notes and you were up at 2 o'clock in the morning. Your husband came in and says, what are you doing?
I transcribe all of his high school notes. So he can read, but he learns differently. He's on technology 100% of the time. He's got speech to text, text to speech. So it's an ongoing process. I mean, university is going to be kind of fun because he's going to be far away, and it's going to be interesting how I transcribe those notes for him. But in university and in post-secondary, there's actually additional services that these students can actually have, whereas in elementary school, you know, these students don't get an EA because there's nothing physically wrong with them. You know, they're not discipline issues. They're just children that learn differently. We need to make sure that the earlier diagnosis comes in, the earlier intervention comes in, and we have to provide the resources to the teachers to ensure that the children can be successful. And that's part of our fight as well, is we're there supporting the teachers. So the teachers know that what we're doing is supporting them. There's a program called Empower that they use at the demonstration schools, and we're trying to get this Empower reading program throughout all the schools in Ontario.
Which is an amazing thing.
Yep, that was a couple of years of my life. That was a very busy time for me.
I can imagine. And plus you worked full time as well.
Plus I worked full time as well.
Yeah, which is incredible. So I have to ask you this question is, I know you love the outdoors, you love sports. Is this what you do to sort of have your downtime with your family? What do you love to do?
Yeah, so we love the outdoors. We canoe and we kayak and we camp. We've traveled across Canada a couple times, and we also travel internationally. We take the classroom out of the classroom, if I can say that.
Yes.
I think it all comes down to how you were raised and your morals and values, and giving back to the community. I know one of the last things my father said to me before he passed away many years ago was that whatever you do, you have to leave this place a better place than how we found it. So I'm just contributing a little way that I can. There's many more people that have done, much larger things than I have, but I'm just cutting my little piece, and I'm bettering the lives of others, and I think that's my contribution for sure.
So tell us a little bit about, I guess, what Women Mean Business is for you, this network.
It is. That's exactly what it is. It's a wonderful network, and I mean, I think you've got your sharing club, plus you've got, I think, 1,300 members of your group, which is absolutely phenomenal. So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
I think for me, it's all about networking and meeting other women that, have had successes, have struggles. I think if we take some of the strengths from the other women that we're meeting, and we wonder and try and implement them maybe into our lives, maybe to talk to a woman who has had the same issue that we've had, and how they dealt with it, or how they moved on, how they lived their life, how they've overcome fears or anxieties. I think that's huge, and I think that there's lots of extremely successful women within your organization, and it all comes with failures, and it all comes with am I good enough, or what can I do, and your insecurities. And I think that women building up women is actually extremely powerful. And if you look at the placement in Kingston or in Canada of all the women that have these huge roles now, and a huge role could be, even just managing a family is a huge responsibility, right? So I think the opportunity that we have to learn from these other women is phenomenal. You and Gabby have done a phenomenal job, and it's going to continue to grow over the years. And, you know, the world, it's limitless where
It
you're going to
is.
go with this. So
It is.
congratulations.
Oh, thank you, hon. Thank you very much. And I think one of the greatest pleasures and greatest accomplishments for us is actually meeting these amazing dynamic women in our own backyard. You know, a lot of people think you have to go to a big city to meet these phenomenal women that are inspiring. But that's what this series is about. It's actually meeting these phenomenal women in our own backyard, and actually a lot of our events.
True.
And getting to know them a little bit better, beyond their role at work or at home, and getting to know something about them. And it is about uplifting each other.
It is.
Yeah. So I'm very grateful you're a part of it.
Thank you very much.